And we are live in the building right after SmackDown ended. We try to catch y'all, but when it's more on, but hey, at the end of the day, we let y'all finish the show watching SmackDown. And here we are, a lot to talk about on Royal Rumble Eve. I am King HP. That is Gamage, maybe the greatest interviewer on the planet. And if you haven't read that, let me make sure we read it right. Z Von Dudley is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Gotta drop the accolades. Don't y'all forget, Gamage has one of the last ever interviews with the legendary Sid Vicious.
Yes, yes, and that might be a point to talk about too, as we announced the first inductee. You know,
Right, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
So we got a lot to talk about. But it's Royal Rumble Eve. How y'all feeling about the SmackDown where it ended and going into Royal Rumble? I'll just general question, just general. How you feel about it, and then are we good with it? We happy? Are we looking forward to the Royal Rumble? I don't even know if I should ask that. I mean, I think
Always
that's
looking forward to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Royal Rumble is like probably my favorite event of the year. I think it did more to set up future feuds than it maybe did for the Rumble, because there's so many big names who ain't even necessarily like chilling around tonight. You know what I mean?
right.
But I think it set up a lot of future feuds that we could see play out in the actual Rumble match and shit like that. I could definitely
Maj,
see
how about you?
I definitely agree. I felt like Raw kind of focused more on the Royal Rumble itself. SmackDown gave us some future possibilities that could happen. The only,
Mm,
to be real, the only direct like Royal Rumble hype we got might have only been maybe KO and Punk, maybe.
Mhm. But I think there's a lot
yeah,
of like, well, is the card, has there been anything other confirmed than those 4 matches that we had discussed last time?
nah, just those four. So if you don't know, talking about those four matches, it is the men's WWE undisputed well, it is disputed because obviously you got two motherfuckers walking around with belts. But like, you know what I'm saying? The WWE Championship, Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens ladder match. Then you got DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. 2 out of 3 falls for the WWE Tag Team titles. Women's Royal Rumble, it is going to be 30 man. Women's 31 man, and men's Royal
34
Rumble
man,
30 man.
34 man.
Oh,
No, but that's
Zell,
why I
I'm
brought
happy
it
to see
up,
you back.
because I think it's
Zell
interesting.
in the
They're like,
chat looking for
they leaving the field open for everyone to get involved really in that Rumble if they wanted to. That's why I'm saying the things that set up, like you could see the tension play out. Oh shit! Look at that, the Royal Rumble. Anyone jumps in any moment. You know how it is. Royal Rumble season.
at any moment.
Yeah.
Yada that means salute NTL, salute Zell. Zell's back in the building. He has returned since
You said Zell?
Zell is back in the building. Zell been gone for like a month, if not longer. Damn
But
near.
I
He
think we're
he
gonna
dipped
see
out
like
before the
Jacob
Netflix.
Fatu play the. I think Jacob Fatu is gonna be. I'm trying to think of the proper word, like the juggernaut, not juggernaut, because that's usually like who stays the longest, but like the Goliath of this Royal Rumble. We might see him eliminate like 8, 9, 10 people. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's gonna be in. Salute Mogul Motivated. Don't nobody want to see that dang tag match. I gotta get your info as far as which tag match you were talking about, brother, because it's a lot. Oh, you talking about DIY Motor City Machine Guns, I
I
think.
want to see
Uh
that dang tag match. I want to see
that
that shit.
yeah, that they're gonna cook. And if you haven't really been watching Motor City and DIY, popularity they might not be up there as far as WWE is concerned. But I promise you they'll steal the show tomorrow night. That's for certain. I ain't like how Jacob looked tonight. Saturday he looked unstoppable. Tonight he looked very stoppable. Jacob throwing Roman out. That's Boog and then deadbeat Void. Yo, I don't think. I'm gonna be honest. I think with Jacob. Matter of fact, we can get into it. Let's put the little
I can see
banners up.
Jacob throwing Roman out, but I don't want to see Jacob versus Roman this early. Like if I, you know what I mean? I like the Jacob versus Damian feud. Like I like where that's going. I like how it's set up and everything. So I don't know. The
Yeah,
Royal Rumble here is kind of a mystery for real. I feel like more than previous years, I don't really know who's gonna win.
I think there's a lot going on this, and with Jacob, Jacob's a wild card, right? Jacob, I don't know where they may not even have him in the Rumble. There's
Nah,
enough
he'll be there.
people listed, and then when you talk about surprise entrants, and then you talk about people who could be out of NXT coming in, TNA potentially dropping in, and there's only 30. There are gonna be people you don't see in the Rumble whatsoever. So Jacob could be one of them
Nah,
because if you want to
Jacob
protect the
got to be in
brand, that
that.
might be.
I think Jacob's in it, but I think if he gets eliminated, it's Roman who eliminates him.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
would
know.
like that to set that up even more, that little tension builder. But I don't see why they wouldn't. Where else would Jacob even be that night if not? I could see the whole bloodline kind of teaming up like in the Royal Rumble on some like. Remember when CM Punk had the Nexus and they teamed up and threw mad people out? I could even see something like that happen because I don't think that's happened yet where the bloodline takes over a Royal Rumble, has it?
I don't think it happened yet. I don't think it's gonna happen because remember, Tamaloa is still recovering from injury unless he might be clear and we don't know it. That only leaves two people, and yeah, Jacob could do it, and that'd be cool. However, I again, Jacob is a wild. We just watched him and Damian Priest tonight, y'all. That whole I see you got your hair braided, but don't get it twisted. Is a crazy bar to tell someone on live TV. This is not WWE writing. You know what I'm saying? This is Jacob Fatu and Jacob Fatu's element. And I don't this is why I say I don't think he looked weak. At some point the man has to take punishment. He's going up against LA Knight, former US champion, who they want to keep at a high level. Damian Priest, former world heavyweight champion that they're trying to keep at a high level. The only one who's not on the level there is Tamatanga. They're not trying to do anything specific with Tamatanga as far as titles. Jacob Fatu, he's white hot. He might be the hottest guy they have in WWE right now. That's not Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, The Rock, CM Punk. You know what I'm saying? He might be the next one. And I don't know if WWE was really prepared for that. You know what I mean? So I think Damian Priest is a perfect opponent for him. Because again, Damian Priest is a world heavyweight champion, former world heavyweight champion. So if you can beat Damian Priest, what does that say about Jacob Fatu? We just watched him, you know what I'm saying? We just watched him take out Braun Strowman.
Mm-hmm. But
This
that's
is the
why I
Bronson
think there
Reed.
might be some crazy shit that has to be planned to happen because the field is so open. Like normally they would set that up and you would just see Royal Rumble, Jacob Fatu versus Damian Priest, but they're leaving it open for I guess like WrestleMania or to build something bigger. There has to be some big surprises in store for the Royal Rumble. I mean, that's the best
No,
part of
there
it.
will be. But with Jacob, and I see the comment, I'm try to get to him. Tag match title 2 out of 3. We got to see Jacob Solo feud start. Jacob and Solo is the feud to start, and you still got Damian Priest waiting on the back burner if you want to do that match. But Jacob and Solo has the most history, and all of a sudden Solo pop up in the Royal Rumble trying to get a shot, and Jacob throws Solo out. Now you have your Mania match. Easy, it's easy done because I love you, Solo, or I loved you, Solo. But Solo
He
can't
did the
match him on
motion.
the mic.
Well, he did the motion and everything. He had that shit
Jacob is
coordinated.
different. Jacob do a whole promo like this. I mean, he's just a
And
different
what you
breed.
think, Archie? What you think of all this shit going on here?
It sound like I walked in on Jacob Fatu Appreciation Night.
No, I don't get why he wouldn't. First of all, Jacob is probably other than the GOAT, like my favorite. As far I think he's better than Cody to me. Like I think he's hotter than Cody right now. Cody, I think is a little stale, but he's probably one of the best things they got. But I think Jerry had said he might not even be in the Rumble. I don't see that happening. That's a wasted opportunity.
I just don't
Opportunity
think
for
you're gonna.
what if he don't win, though? You know what I'm saying?
To make him look
Yeah,
strong, to be that like when they got a Braun Strowman, he don't win the Royal Rumble, even though he won that weird random one that they did in Saudi Arabia,
The
where he got like
greatest
I don't
one
know
ever.
the
Yeah.
greatest one. That's where Titus O'Neil I think did the slip and everything. But like, yeah, they can make him look strong. Have him throw out a Roman, have him throw out like 8 people, shit like that. If not, I don't know what the fuck else they gonna do with him. He's just gonna be chilling that night.
I ain't gonna lie to you. When you look at the names and then you think about the spacing and timing of the Rumble, right? Because everyone can't come out. You're not gonna have your top 5 guys come out 25, 26, 27, 20. You know what I mean? So,
Let's try and list everyone in that shit.
but here we go, right? Here's some top names WWE puts belts on and is still keeping in that main event picture for either show. Remember, there's 2 shows. Damian Priest, 1. My man just we just talked about Roman, not Cody, CM Punk, John Cena, Seth Rollins, Drew McIntyre. Right there, that's what, six bodies I named that they gotta look. So 2 of those guys are gonna have to be in the final 2. And then for me, the biggest surprise, someone said, I think it was DNA that pulled it off a Netflix poster, was The Rock advertised for the Rumble. And if that's the case, if the Rock's music hits and he is number 30, holy shit!
I don't like it.
Why would The Rock win? The Rock winning right now to what?
I don't like it
Versus Cody?
I don't like it. Nothing The Rock has done has felt like organic or just it flowed into it. It doesn't flow. It's like he's like, okay, I'm free that week. Let me show up. It doesn't feel, you know what I'm saying? And then he always ruins the surprise. This Netflix tease was a ruining the surprise. That tweet he put out before Raw on Netflix kind of ruined it. And kind of, if you read the tweet and then see his performance, it goes hand in hand because that wasn't The Rock we saw. That was, Executive Dwayne in the ring.
Yeah, I hated that appearance. I hated that shit.
And then going back to the last Mania with the whole taking the match from Cody, then just so happened we did get a good turn and final boss out of that. But again, what if that never happens? I don't know. Rock it just doesn't feel like he belongs, and he just says, "I'm gonna be here."
Nah, but I disagree with the final boss shit because we ended up getting one of the greatest. Like
that's what I'm saying. We just happened to get that. But what if we never got that? We just would have got Rock Roman last year. Then what would we be talking about now? Rock Roman 2?
I think we could still get Rock.
Remember, we got Cena.
I don't get why Rock would be in the Royal Rumble.
And even what you say, HP, all those names you mentioned, like Cena, Roman, those big names, I think we see them in the second half of the Rumble. I don't think we see them first half of the Rumble.
I think somebody's got to come out first half.
Seth Rollins, of course, because he's Iron Man. Seth Rollins is Iron Man.
I actually want to take that and twist it. Here's a good time. Like, okay, let's talk about Gunther for a split second with this. Before Gunther won the world title, he won the King of the Ring. We know that, right? Cool. But before that, go back to the Royal Rumble. He was the Iron Man of the last Royal Rumble. I don't think you want to use the Iron Man spot for Seth. He's a made man.
No, I'm saying Seth Rollins is just Iron Man in general. Like, he can do whatever.
I get you, but the Royal Rumble spot, would you want to use Seth Rollins?
You need a big name early. Punk's not going to
go. Like I said, Gunther
did it. Send Punk in there number 1. Punk is coming out like number 27.
That's what I said. We're going to see those guys in the second half. Punk's going to be second half. We don't really know what's going on.
Punk is going to be damn near over. Punk might be number 30.
Hey, Punk might be number 31.
They might just put him in at the end and be like, he won. Like, they're not.
Especially considering what happened with him last year. They're not going to risk him missing another Mania. John Cena's not going to be nowhere near the top 10.
I wouldn't say that. I don't think John Cena will be correct. I don't think John Cena will be. I don't think. But
we don't know what's going on with Roman, really.
I could see it. Here's my thing about The Rock. The only reason I could see The Rock even being in the Rumble would be to maybe throw out Roman and then get eliminated to set up him versus or Roman throwing him out, setting it up. Other than that, like, I really don't know what the point of The Rock would be. It would be a cool surprise, But Rock is beyond, like, he can't be just a surprise. Like, I don't fuck with, like, here's the thing with The Rock, and this is what I don't.
So that would give us Rock Cody as a main event potentially, right? Is that
no,
a
I don't
WrestleMania?
want The Rock to win the Royal Rumble.
I'm saying if he did, is that a main event we'd be okay with?
No, but I would watch it. I wouldn't be hyped for that, but I would watch it. Is like Cody really doing as good as for the company as they say he is to keep him in that position? I can't imagine.
No.
It would.
You remember when
I think if you take the belt off him, if they take the belt off him, then they're gonna have egg on their face. It's gonna look like a failed experiment. It's gonna look bad because think about everything he got coming back to the company and what it took to happen. Triple H is not gonna eat that or make his executive move look bad.
But wait, hold on. Let me finish saying what I was saying about The Rock real quick. Here's what I don't fuck with that The Rock does. Look, he came in just in time to try and defend the final boss because I was saying that I don't fuck with something the final boss does. I don't fuck with like when he comes in and has that like Netflix thing where he has the great and just not acting like the final boss, and then might come in and like it's basically breaking kayfabe, but in a weird way. Like
it doesn't matter what you don't like.
Look, and then he just bounced the fuck out. But it's breaking kayfabe in like a weird way that kind of makes it seem like, you know what, it fucks with the storyline. It doesn't just break it, it fucks with the storyline. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, and that was my point about when he returns. It's just kind of, here you go.
We got to clip that up.
Let's figure something out. But yeah, I don't know. I
think a couple things. One, keep this in mind too. Don't think of the Royal Rumble Cody failed experiments, right? We've had 40 WrestleManias. We've had The Miz headline a WrestleMania. Right? Where did that go? Right? It did well for its time. It's never a failed experiment when the WWE has a top 10 seller.
And guess who was involved in that WrestleMania main event?
That whole main event was basically
The Rock
for The Rock versus Cena.
The Rock was involved in that. That was Mania 27 in Atlanta. That was my first WrestleMania. Rock came out, and that was the reason Miz went over there. And then we got Rock Cena 2 years in a row after that.
Yeah, that whole WrestleMania
right, but my point
was kind of like a lead up for that.
And we knew it was the main event of WrestleMania.
Yo, I'm out. I just wanted to get that joke off. I'm out. Yeah.
We knew the WrestleMania main event for a whole year.
But I'm saying I could care less if The Rock taps in and does whatever. The Miz was put in the main event to carry the match, to actually do it, right? You've had other main events like that have gone on. Remember, they had to squeeze Daniel Bryan into one because the crowd went for that, right? Like, don't think it's a failed experiment when this man has headlined 2 main events year after year and is a top 10 merch seller. It's not a failed experiment.
I wouldn't call it a failed experiment, but
more money on Cody
it's as fire as they wanted it to be. I would like it's definitely not as crazy as they thought it was going to be. Like people thought you put the belt on Cody and the earth shatters and wrestling changes and now everything. Bro, he hasn't even had a good feud.
Time out though.
Wrestlers don't you defended you hold up. You defended Cody Rhodes,
bro. He loves
I'm defending the practicality of what's being said here.
It's wrestling, nothing's practical.
To do what they're saying, right? There's other things that go into effect. Before Cody headlines, he has Hell in a Cells. He has Brock Lesnar. He did all these things,
Jerry,
right?
King HP, are you enjoying Cody Rhodes' title run? Yes or no?
That's not the question. That's
really my question to you.
That's
my question to you. Are you enjoying
my
the title
question?
run?
Your question to me is, am I enjoying his reign? No.
But don't think shake your head. Yes or no? Are you enjoying his run?
It's decent.
No, yes or no.
It's decent.
It's decent.
Gamaj the politician.
And he's a Cody Rhodes fan. Z, are you enjoying it?
Hell the fuck no. The only reason Gamaj even said that shit, that's basically a no, what Gamaj just said. He just loves Cody so much, he can't say no. Like, bro, that's basically 4 no's.
I just want to know if you was enjoying it. Go ahead, HP. I didn't mean to cut you off.
But here's what you got to look at too, right? I can't call something a failed experiment when they put something on somebody for a year. Two, you have to look at the transition of wrestling. At one point, they used to have what was called the transitional champion, a guy who would hold a belt for 1 to 2 months just to so he could take the loss, so another person could take it off him because they didn't want the two original stars to go at each other at a certain time. Sergeant Slaughter has done it. Or why he get it too? Because they didn't want this person to lose or lose on a grand stage. That has been replaced. We don't see traditional champions anymore. You know what you see? Something called storyline champions. Cody has been kept in place regardless. If he would have super tanked, we probably would have seen a change. If he would have fell out of because this is a business. They don't give WWE can always give a thumbs up to a storyline if the money is still being drawn. Whether you like it or not, but you're tuning in, you're giving the viewership, you're watching the
They're
sponsors.
losing
Sponsors are looking at numbers.
viewership.
What's up?
They're losing viewership. Didn't Jinder Mahal have better views than Cody Rhodes?
Yeah, but Jinder Mahal was on a time where they weren't streaming.
And Jinder Mahal's the
And they're
GOAT.
losing. They
Don't
lost.
say
They're
that
looking
like
at
Jinder Mahal's
and
not the GOAT, Archie.
the thing about comparisons is you got to compare. You
Cody
compare
wasn't
Cody
just
to
a
Roman.
streaming champion. His Netflix deal is new.
No, Peacock. You
Well,
mean you tell me you got
that's
basic
still
cable?
that's still
No, hold on, you got basic cable? Because
it's
Jinder
still
Mahal comes
TV.
into basic cable time.
But I'm saying still numbers, HP. The numbers are the
It is
numbers.
numbers, but that's like comparing a platinum artist in
And they're
1998
losing half of
and 2018.
and they're
Those
No,
two
but
losing.
you
platinum
could just
terms.
compare. No, but you could just compare him to Roman and see the difference within like a champion.
I get that, and here's
champion like
why
Cody.
I'm saying what I'm saying.
But
You
you can't
can't
even
compare
compare
no.
Roman, bro. You can't.
But here's what I'm saying. A storyline champion. Putting that belt on someone else takes away from the bloodline story. Roman went on record to tell you the other day, the only time Cody is super hot is when he's involved in the bloodline.
If it took away
That
from
belt
the
doesn't do
bloodline
good on
story,
anyone else
why would we talk about how hot Jacob Fatu is?
because it's all bloodline
There's
story.
several
Jacob
stories
Fatu doesn't
hotter
even get
than
a run. Jacob Fatu doesn't even get a run in WWE if we
there's
don't do a
several
bloodline story.
stories hotter than your champion. We just said on here, like for weeks, the bracelet McIntyre and Punk was fighting over was more interesting than the champion.
OD.
But you have to understand the storylines. It all came back as soon as they announced
What's
a
this?
tag team match. You can't just say that in the same spec and walk away from it because we got a tag team match where they brought in celebrities to go with Kobe. They spend big money because they're booking a bloodline style match with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns to give more storyline to Kevin Owens versus Cody to continue to bring this
That
back to
nobody wanted.
eventually.
We didn't want it the first, second,
Listen,
or
listen,
third time.
listen. In
You're not
order to
making
get to Infinity,
sense.
listen. In order to get to Infinity War, you have to go through 23 other movies. Everyone ain't gonna break a box office number. But when you get to Infinity War and Endgame, the payoff is there. That's
Wait,
what
hold on.
WWE has literally put on in front of all of us. I know Cody. You've asked me. You're right. Cody's reign sucks.
So I don't know
It
why you're
does.
defending this right now.
I'm not defending it. You have to listen to what I'm telling you. I'm defending their storyline that they've invested millions in.
They've had several storylines with
This
him.
story, no, stop. This storyline started way back when Brock Lesnar did a sit down with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman told the announcer, "Let me have this interview with you." Paul Heyman ran down a history of the bloodline just to start this storyline that nobody's seen coming. The storyline is very intricate. This is why I said this is MCU level. And if you're not paying attention to it, it's easy to
You're
go, "Oh, yeah,
bugging, HP. I don't know what's
I'm
in your
bugging."
cup tonight.
Okay,
Super.
no.
He's really trying to just make it sound good for
Okay,
Cody.
hold on.
Here's one thing. Wait,
Hold
hold
on.
on.
Because
Hold
one
on,
thing
let
I
me say
know
something. Let me say
is you're
something.
not watching
Here's
it.
what I
Let me
think.
give you a rundown. Paul Heyman sits with Brock Lesnar. Y'all remember this with Roman Reigns. After winning the Royal Rumble, Paul told him something to the effect of, "I admire your accomplishments. I worked with your father, Sika, before you were born." And then he ran down a storyline of the bloodline and how important it was. When did Roman get hot? When Paul Heyman was sitting next to him. WWE ain't giving you microwave food no more. And it sucks sometimes. You're not getting transitional champions. That's a thing of the past. You're getting Twitter promo
No,
after hours when no show is
but
on.
you're right. But here's the cons with that. Here's what I think. So let's take it back.
Got them
We're
in
talking
Netflix deals.
MCU
Be
shit.
careful about your cons.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
It had nothing
It
to do with
worked for him, is what I'm
it has,
saying.
it has nothing to do with the Netflix deal. So, like, take it way back, right? All the way back, what wrestling is built on, and how you're talking about investments. It's having that face. You had Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold. Then you had John Cena. When John Cena left, all about who's the new face. And you're right, they stuck through with Roman, and eventually he became that face. And they needed a face because John Cena was getting more into acting, all this shit. The same shit that Roman is doing right now. So what the goal was to have Cody become the new face. Did Cody become, and that's the whole point of the investment, that everything. He makes money.
You
He's
sure about that?
He ain't the new face of the, what? Would you say
I'm not
he's
saying,
the face?
I'm not, who's the man of the
Is he the
company?
face?
Remember we had this conversation about who's the
Bro,
man of the
Roman
company?
Reigns is still the face of the
Still
company.
the face of the
When
company.
Roman Reigns was
Roman
not
Reigns is the
on,
face.
when
Yeah,
Roman
for
Reigns was not on
sure.
SmackDown, SmackDown was terrible.
But that's what I'm saying.
Don't
The
forget.
whole point of that whole shit, and everybody was going so crazy because they was like, yo, we're not going to finish the story. Maybe we need it to last longer. And I even said, maybe they do need, maybe it's not Cody's time, because the point was for Roman not to be the face anymore, for Cody to be the face.
Whoa.
That's not what happened.
Stop. I'm going to give you a reminder. And Z, correct me if I'm wrong. CM Punk had a 400-day reign. Was he the face of the company or was it John Cena?
John Cena.
The face. Okay.
John
My
Cena.
point is,
Sure.
just because they put a title on someone doesn't mean they're the face. It means they're viable, they're super popular, or they can sell
that's
the
what
merch.
they wanted Cody to be. That's what they were investing in. That's what they were pushing
No,
for.
they invested in Roman. How was Roman was forced down our years when Cody was still damn near Stardust?
Bro, when Cody
The
came back, they
investment was
gave him
always Roman.
everything. They gave
That's what
Cody
The
I'm saying.
investment was
everything.
always Roman. The search was to find Roman a credible person that can beat him and dethrone him to keep this storyline going. You guys are mixing things up.
I
Don't get it
disagree.
twisted.
I
Don't
think the
tell the
point
forest
was,
from the
bro,
trees.
Roman doesn't even
Roman is
show
the
up that
guy.
much.
Roman is the
The
guy.
point was to
WWE
make the
invested
new
to make
guy.
Cody the face of the company. Cody, that's why Cody's like, oh, I go to all the signings. I do everything you ask. You ain't got it, bro.
Hold on.
So why you
No, you don't
defending
even
it if
show
he
up
ain't got it? What are we
But
talking
that's
about?
what I'm
because he's
saying.
the
The
only
point was,
credible guy for the storyline. He's the storyline champion.
What's
They
the
could have
story
did this
then,
with Seth
HB?
Rollins. They
What's the
should have
story?
done the story.
That his
Bro,
daddy
if
didn't win the
you've been
belt?
watching
why
wrestling for
why
2
you
years,
getting
I'm not
insulted
going to walk you guys down a 2-year
I
walk
don't know the
down.
story because
You
remember,
are lying
it
to
was
your
him
teeth.
and Kevin Owens. He was giving title shots away nobody wanted. Kevin didn't want to fight him. Like, what story are we talking about? The ladder match wing
The overarching story is Roman Reigns,
that
and
Cody
then
about to
there's
unify belts that one is not even held by a champion? The made up story?
bro, they have to do something in the 12 months. They're not going to give us
They
Roman
don't
versus
have to do
Cody
that
every
because
month.
that's stupid. Kevin Owens is not even a champion, but Cody's going to unify belts tomorrow in a ladder match?
hold on. Let me. I got a question for all of y'all. Let me ask y'all this: yes or no answer. Do y'all think, yes or no, the goal of Cody Rhodes beating Roman and all of that, this whole reign, was to make Cody the new guy? Yeah, yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Yeah. Gamaj, what do you think?
Yes.
Exactly, bro.
Okay.
How do you?
Hey, I'm not done.
We're trying to make him the new guy.
You got 80 people in the chat. Somebody dropped the yes or no. Was the goal was to make Cody the new guy, meaning to surpass now Roman Reigns and take the company where Roman can just go off and do other things?
Yes. And they seen it, and they seen it just not working.
I just can't believe that because he came back after 2 years. For 2 years, he gave you 2 years, maybe 2.5. I just can't see that. I think they completely know he's a storyline champ. They've seen the drop. They watch Twitter. They see
You know good and
the
damn well when Triple H sat down and said, Cody, we're gonna make you the storyline champ. He would have signed that deal.
Yeah, he would have.
He sat him down. He's like, Cody, we're gonna make you the guy.
The guy. You're gonna be the man. You
listen. A lot of people get told they're gonna be.
And I think, and I'm pretty sure that's the only reason Cody came back, because he wasn't even the man in the company he started.
So what you just said, you're not even the man in the company you started.
Huh?
You're not the man in the company you started. You can come over here. You know, in those
and he was
contracts,
booking himself.
But he
So
purposely
here's my
didn't
thing.
make himself the man. Like that's a
No,
whole.
the crowd was tired of Cody Rhodes in AEW.
Listen.
They
It
was
doesn't
booing
matter if
him.
the
They was throwing
crowd
his
is tired
merch
of it.
back at him. He had to set himself on fire to get a reaction.
I always hope
I
Cody
watched the
does,
crowd throw
honestly.
the shirt back at John Cena. That just because it's a crowd, that's where that
But
crowd is
John
that
Cena, you
day.
can't compare
And
John
guess
Cena and
what?
Cody Rhodes.
But guess
John
what?
Cena,
That
John
heel
Cena
work,
has always had that love-hate relationship with the crowd.
that heel work is what you want. If I'm going to be a heel and they don't like me, but they're still tuning in, they're still buying tickets. If you see Cody Rhodes trying to be the guy
We're not
and that
talking about a
arena is
heel. We're just
empty,
talking about
no,
people who
hold
don't
on, and
they
that
don't
arena
like
is
him.
empty,
Huh?
okay, who cares? We have heels. It's not like the arena was empty because if he can't sell the arena, now we have a problem. That's the thing. You can't judge it off boos and the guy's trying to be a heel. Now, if he's trying to be a face and they're booing like Roman,
Who
but
Yeah,
was
but
trying to
you're
be a
still
heel?
you can't say that really because look at how stacked the roster is. John Cena was
no. I'm talking about when you remember when The Rock came out when the Roman won his Royal Rumble, and he really said that was like a career low for him, and the crowd would not take to him. He was a face that could not get over, and damn, Philly was
but
bad.
Cody's
That was
over.
that.
It's not like the crowd hates him.
No, I'm
He's
saying
just
that
not
yes,
it.
but what I'm saying is when you compare him to Cody in AEW, when he was trying to be a heel, you can't compare because they were throwing their shirt at him. Cody made him do
He
everything
wasn't
he
trying
wanted
to
him to
be a
do.
heel. He was just being himself.
No, he wasn't, bro. He had a whole heel run in AEW.
I don't want to talk about Cody Rhodes no more. What we
A
got to
heel turn,
talk about?
a
Because
heel turn for Cody
HP
Rhodes.
is bugging tonight.
A
It's
heel,
not bugging. I
a
even see
heel,
people in the chat that agree with me,
a
bro.
Well, I
heel
can't
turn
see the
might be the
chat.
way to
I'm
go.
not
A
looking at
heel
the chat.
turn might be the
No,
way to
look at
go.
the chat. That's the problem. Don't not look at the chat. The chat is talking.
Wait,
It's
okay,
85
so wait,
people in chat, and you're not looking
move
at the
back.
chat. What are
Let's
you
move
talking
back to
about?
the Royal Rumble. Move back to the Royal Rumble. Has your prediction for the winners changed after the
Nah,
episode?
CM Punk's winning,
I don't
and
think my
CM Punk is beating Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania.
I don't think it's CM Punk that goes against Cody though. That's
I just,
WWE's in a great place.
unfortunately, I don't see them dethroning Cody Rhodes this early, even though I want them to.
What do you mean early? It's a fucking
Bro,
'Cause
if
they-
Cody Rhodes leaves WrestleMania champion, I might tune out.
he might stop watching wrestling, bro.
I'm gonna
I'm not gonna lie.
I put that on my kids.
You only got one kid.
Yo, hold on. I'm gonna mark that down, bro. Hold on, say that again. I gotta mark this down.
It might be an opening on Attitude Era podcast because this box will be empty. If Cody Rhodes leaves WrestleMania
Didn't work for him,
champion.
so he jumped to WWE. My backup picks are Cena and EO. Cody Rhodes gets his rematch. Roman can't get his rematch. I'm lost. Punk is too obvious choice for me. Punk winning. I said Punk was winning. Archie saying Punk is winning. I say Punk is winning. The storyline writes itself. I just don't know who he's gonna face because you got options to do here.
I don't want to see
You have
Punk
options. I see Punk as the winner.
Like Cody is the main event. You think that's gonna be the main event, Punk and Cody?
You can take the title off Cody beforehand. They don't have to make Cody go to WrestleMania as champ.
I don't like this idea that the main event scene has only been painted for like Rock and Roman.
I mean, that's the main
it's
event.
weird that we can't. It's weird that we can't see a main event not involving Rock and Roman.
No, I could.
When there are two men who are holding titles.
Here's what I could see for main events: Punk versus Roman. Right? It started at War Games. Punk made a thing about I'll win the Royal Rumble. Roman had to ask for my help. Sami Zayn ain't on my level. Roman can beat. They can make an elimination chamber and put Cody's title up with 6 men in there and Roman be in there. They can keep their options open. The reason why I think John Cena wins the elimination chamber and not the Royal Rumble is because they marketed the elimination chamber as John Cena's last time in Toronto.
John Cena,
but they didn't say it's his.
John Cena is winning something big as his last. He won his last, and I don't know what that is going to be during this run. It might be a few, but he's definitely going to get. John Cena's in his last, and he won moment. So I don't know.
Undisputed 316. Yeah, Rock. Cody's run has been very underwhelming, but again, that's a story. That's why I use this term.
Well, wait, hold on. So y'all are telling me you rather see Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk than Cody Rhodes versus John Cena, where the storyline is John Cena possibly
I'd
become
rather
the
see
17 times champion?
Gunther versus John Cena.
I
I'd
don't want to
rather
see
see
anybody
CM.
versus John Cena. How about that?
Oh no,
No, I'm not saying anybody. Them
bugging.
motherfuckers will put
You
fucking
bugging.
Logan Paul in there with him,
Look,
and then
if
we'll
we
all
got
be
if we
fucked.
got one Cody hater here, I've been told you I'm a Cena hater, and I think he overrated.
Oh,
No, even what?
all right,
Well,
time to mute
that's a
my mic.
debate for another time. But you
No,
rather
brother.
see CM Punk and Cody? Oh shit! I was like, what just
What
happened?
the?
Yeah, you
Hold on.
seen that
Yeah,
shit?
I
I
got.
was like, what just happened real
I,
quick?
I heard the challenge, the gauntlet. Gamaj, you got to defend that.
All right, go ahead,
Put,
go ahead.
Ezekiel,
put the
Go
spotlight
ahead.
on him and make it hotter.
Wait, so say that question one more time.
You got to defend that
you,
statement. You had the Cena hate. You said he overrated. Let's hear it, bro. And
Give
then I'm
us
gonna
30,
Look,
give us
just
30
know,
seconds of why
just
John
know.
Cena's
look.
overrated.
You got.
I never speak. I don't like speaking on people I already don't like. So I'm gonna just say this: if you have a YouTube video of a 5 or 6-year-old saying wrestling's fake because of how you wrestle, clearly something's wrong.
Nah,
yo, my man has.
bro. You are lucky John Cena can't see you because you can't see him right now, hearing that nonsense you talking about John Cena. My man will show up, battle rap you outside the venue, then show up inside the venue and make history. Like, bro, John Cena has low-key put on some of the best matches probably of the last decade, and people don't even respect him for it. Like the reason people are even using band moves right now, and the reason they're even more lenient with it now is because of the Royal Rumble match with AJ Styles and John Cena, where they went through the ban list, and that's when you started seeing them all pop out. Bro, Cody Rhodes can't hold a candle to what John Cena did with any of his reigns. It's not even close.
Cody only had one reign, so that's not fair to debate that.
No, oh, I got to bring you back to the. I got to bring you back to the forefront, goddamn it. I can bring you to the forefront.
The fucking format shit is crazy.
Yo, I got to. This is as soon as he made that Cena comment, I knew get the fuck up out the way.
Hey, I think y'all got to settle this on 2K25 when it comes out. John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
And
Speaking of,
we're
if
giving
y'all
away
don't
5
know,
copies of it. We're giving away 5 copies
night,
of it during the Royal Rumble recap.
Doing the Royal Rumble recap. Yes, sir. Tomorrow night we have 2K25 giveaways right here on Attitude Era Podcast. You got to be here. You got to be in the chat. You got to be active. We asking questions. We might send you a link to where you have to pop up and answer the question live on the show. So be ready. But we definitely have 5 copies to give away tomorrow night during our Royal Rumble recap. Now we can get back to arguing.
Booker T 5 times. All right, but we really haven't talked about the Women's Royal Rumble at all. So we got to talk a little bit about
They haven't talked about the Women's Royal Rumble on WWE at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's a fact. That's what I'm saying. The card's limited. They're leaving the space open.
I just think we might see Charlotte Flair. I mean, that's about the only thing I can really say, but I'm not sure. I mean, the field is probably I could probably name the field, to be honest. And we'll see. It's just gonna be I don't know what matches I could like make out of this. You know what I'm saying? Because Rhea and who?
Charlotte Flair and Tiffany.
I think too though. We watched the women get in that ring and do their thing with a couple weeks ago where Tiffany Stratton, Rhea Ripley popped up on SmackDown, Bianca came, Naomi came, Liv Morgan came. They got a just as deep a field as the men, if not deeper. Pause. I think the surprise list might be a little. They shouldn't have said Charlotte was returning, but they're marketing it. So now you're going to tune in. Okay, cool. Asuka has also gone on Twitter and started talking about her some sort of protection shit, like her
Personal
security.
Asuka said, "Leave her alone when y'all see her."
There were some people saying that was like some work shit, but like literally like something to do with like some gimmick shit, but that seemed like something happening in real life.
Nah,
That's like
I don't think that's no gimmick there. Something happened. Oscar said, "I don't want to be involved with none of y'all romantically. Leave me alone." So hey, leave Oscar alone, man. What y'all doing?
Yeah, I think she might be getting ready to make her return, which would be great. You know what I'm saying? The women's division doesn't need her, but her coming back is a great addition. Make
They
no
don't need
mistake about
her because they've never really tapped into Oscar, who Oscar really is and what she really does.
it. What you mean?
They
I think they fucked around with Oscar. The thing is, when they first introduced Oscar in the whole NXT thing with the whole undefeated streak, you already know the Queen put an end to that shit. Like I said before, I think Charlotte Flair is like the top female wrestler there is kind of like in the world, maybe even right now. Like I think when it comes to her, there's no so the logical choice is Tiffany versus Charlotte for the main event match because I just see it, but I think they've let Oscar do a lot of shit. Like she had the whole run with the mask. She had her undefeated streak in the beginning. She had
Yeah, like they definitely got off on. You know what I'm saying? Like Oscar got some burn,
she
bro.
had
She's
the
just been
Miz.
forgotten about with this
He
injury.
got some burn, but it's kind of like what I told you to say about Finn Balor. He ain't never got his burn, like what he could
Oscar
really.
got more burn than Finn Balor.
See,
Finn Balor
Finn
got
Balor's
burned.
another weird case though, because he was supposed to get his burn and he got clipped. He had to give up the belt. Like he was the first. People forget he was the first ever Universal Champion. Like,
Yes,
like he
beat
was
Roman Reigns in a hell of a
He
match.
was the
like
first one to hold the big ugly belt.
people were going crazy for him at that time. Like he was in his run and it got cut. So that's another. No, it's another weird case. I don't even think. Speaking of shit like that, that's why I don't even see maybe CM Punk Cody happening because fucking you're gonna put the champion on someone like CM Punk who gets injured.
CM Punk is main event in WrestleMania this year. That's all I know.
Yeah, he's hot.
He's
He's
main
the
event
hottest
either
guy they
night
have.
1 or night 2, and he's doing it. That's what he
And
came
let's
back
not.
to do. So he's going to do that some kind of way.
He's gonna do it. And let's not forget too. His things with Cody. WWE start dropping so many hits. They're in a great place because when you can't figure out who's gonna win because they have so many
Boy, you
main
sound
event
like Booker T
possibilities.
tonight. You a company man.
I'm just being honest. When you can't figure out who's gonna win, that makes you want to tap in. We can argue. We argued it. We had a predictions video. I seen in the chat. Different people are saying different reasons for different people. Like, and they all make sense.
I
But only
think
one
in the
person makes
men's
sense.
rumble we see. I think we might get a Big E return.
That would be crazy.
If that happens,
We might get a Big E return. I can
I
see that.
don't think it's gonna happen, but that would be fire.
And I
That'd be crazy.
wouldn't be mad at AJ if AJ Lee returned just for the rumble.
Oh, damn! They
You
got a
know,
lot of
people were
AJs. AJ Lee,
chanting
AJ Francis, AJ Styles.
people were chanting AJ Lee at the like press conference thing today.
And that would go great because you gotta think a lot of the women in NXT and current roster, that's who they go with.
I would go into, and also Nikki Bella. I could see her returning. A lot of rumors. I could see her returning tomorrow.
Yeah, but we don't want Nikki Bella. But AJ will take.
AJ Lee will go crazy.
AJ will take.
And Big
Also,
E, I think
they asked
that'd
him on
be
Pat
more for the
McAfee.
men.
I don't think we'll get a bigger pop than Big E or AJ, to be honest, because it'll be so off guard.
What about Nick Nemeth?
Nah,
Nah,
Big E
he ain't
will.
getting
I think
popped.
Big E because the emotion of this motherfucker broke his neck and he finally does.
And then
However,
he get Woods and then Kofi up out of here too.
Bro, if that happens, that might be
the biggest
moment of the year already.
Biggest potential pop, the biggest pop that can happen.
And like I said, we don't know what he can do in ring, but we know he can do that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if they'll do the Rumble though. The Rumble is too dangerous of a thing for someone coming back if you're nervous about it. It's very dangerous. I remember Undertaker talking about a viscera spot, like certain moves we don't do in this layout format because we got to look at, there's so much going on. And they said viscera was doing that shit.
Viscera hit him with that little weird hump move he did, man. That's all.
But the biggest pop,
to that, Mark.
the biggest pop, the biggest possible pop is just The Rock drops in at number 30. There's nobody that's gonna shake the room. Like if The Rock's music hits, that lightning bolt, he's standing there with that blue screen. Roman's looking crazy. CM Punk's looking crazy.
It'll go crazy.
He
What
does
would
that
be the
fucking
point of it?
because it shifts the whole. It shifts if the last 3 or 4 guys in there, you see Cena, you see Punk, you see Roman, right? Then The Rock's music hits. The Rock done told Cody, we got unfinished business. The Rock done told Cody and Roman, 1, 2, 3, whatever the fuck that meant. I fucked the fingers up, but
and we still
you
had
know,
mentioned the real wild card, Brock Lesnar.
He can't main event though. They will
He don't
never
have
let him main
to.
event wrestling.
He don't have to. He could just come in and fuck shit up and leave.
Well, if you say it like that, then that could be a clear. He could be the favorite. Remember, CM Punk said, "Hey, I'll come in and win, and if I
I don't
have
know.
to
I just
call in a
know the Royal
favor,
Rumble is what other matches are scheduled other than the Rumble matches? Do you know?
this is those 4."
The 2 out of 3 falls match with Motor City Machine Guns and DIY, and then the ladder match, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes.
That's a weird place to do that with DIY and Motor City Machine Guns.
That match, that's what I'm saying. The card is so limited. That match is going to go crazy. That's Triple H setting both teams up, especially specifically Motor City Machine Guns, because I think they're going to come out on top. But that's Triple H setting up a classic. Just
yeah,
like
but why come out on top
NXT.
of this after losing your titles? That's a weird thing.
I don't get the whole. I disagree
because
with
the
the
eyes.
title thing. I don't think they should
The
have done
eyes. Motor City Machine Guns came out on a SmackDown, and guess what? They probably didn't hit the way they wanted them to. Triple H knows good wrestling though, and at the end of the day, he's like, "Damn, these guys can tear the house down with a lot of teams. I just got to get them in the right." Okay, I got it. Royal Rumble. Everyone's gonna tap in. It's gonna do good numbers. Probably beat the first Raw episode, maybe give or take. And now when people see him, that's what I said earlier to
So we're
somebody in
gonna
the
get
chat.
probably the women's Rumble match, the Motor City Machine Gun DIY match, the men's Rumble, then Cody and Kevin.
You think the men's Rumble closes the show?
Yeah.
Another PLE Cody not main event, but you telling me he boy, get out of here.
No, listen to what I'm saying, man. I'm always keep saying it. A story he doesn't have to at this point. They know. They just are keeping him in place for this storyline purposes. That's who they chose to do it. It made sense to them. And then once he walks us down, you can't just be like, all right, it's gonna be Kevin Owens finishing his story with Roman. That wasn't invested in at all. It's gotta be Cody. So we're gonna go through this hook, sinker, whatever. That's why he was going first. AJ Styles overseas first. And now you got CM Punk as a wild card because when they saw Survivor Series, they're like, "Oh shit, Roman CM Punk does numbers." You may see that as a potential main event.
That's actually a weird card. None of you saying it out loud.
It's very open, but let's do this real quick because I'm actually going to tap out because I got to start getting ready for Detroit tomorrow. But let's give final predictions for every match. So I'll go first. I got the men's Rumble. I'm sticking with John Cena. I think he's going to take it. I'd rather see that versus him than Cody versus CM Punk personally. I got Charlotte winning the women's. I got Motor City Machine Guns, and I got Cody winning the ladder match.
Cody winning the ladder match. Okay. Kamaj, want to step up? Go next. Who you got?
He about to put up the super.
Cody for the ladder match, DIY for the tag titles, Charlotte for the women's Rumble, and Punk for the men's.
Yeah, DIY. Okay. Teams, all right.
DIY. Okay.
I got Cody. I got Cody. What, man?
Go with your hero. Go with what you know.
I got Cody, man. Men's Rumble. I'm still going Punk. I just don't see how he gets to Mania any other way. Cause I think you give it to him now, they give him like the rest of the year off till his time because you don't want to risk it. In the women's, I'm gonna go Bianca. No, I'm going Jade Cargill actually. I'm going Jade Cargill returning and winning the women's rumble.
This motherfucker done brought up a whole new can of worms.
Yeah, and
All right.
what's the and I'm going DIY. I like.
Okay.
Why?
I'm gonna go Motor City Machine.
I'm a big fan of what Gargano and Ciampa did in NXT, bro. Like that's some of the best stories of NXT. Best matches was with them two. So
that's why this match gonna go crazy.
You know what? I just changed my pick. DIY tag team champions. They will retain. Because also, where the fuck are the Street Profits? And you put that on the Motor City Machine. So anyway, boom. DIY. Cody wins. Storyline, he'll keep it to WrestleMania. Women's Rumble will be won by Charlotte Flair, and it will be her versus Tiffy in WrestleMania. In the men's Royal Rumble, I'm gonna say it's going to be CM Punk, and I'm gonna make this prediction: The Rock pops out. The Rock will be eliminated at the same time as Roman because they're gonna argue about something. Helping me or you helping me? Attention gets diverted. They both get eliminated, and that sets up the High Chiefers. What did he call himself? The whatever, the High
I
whatever.
can't remember, but yeah, he had a whole nother title for himself.
He got a whole new title.
Name. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. So with that title, he literally has a People's Championship, and they will fight for that. I'll end up having to fucking pay DNA for a main event because he's gonna still main event with Roman for a title that never gets defended at any other time of the fucking year. Yeah.
Hey.
CM Punk wins that motherfucker.
Hey.
We're gonna see, man. It's gonna be a good. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. That's all I can really say.
I ain't gonna read all Zell comments, but about the time tag titles is on the pay-per-view. That's Devon Baxter. Davis, follow him on Twitter. Zell, he just said, I just said that shit. Miss Awesome Saucy talking spicy.
Brock Lesnar is done. What does Big E have to do with the winners? He don't want to see nobody win.
Facts. Brock Lesnar was just named in the lawsuit. As you see, the lawsuit was revamped by Janelle Grant.
I'm gonna tap in with y'all tomorrow during the recap.
All right, Z,
what you got going on in Detroit, man?
Bro. Hey, yo, Bar Wars. Actually, they just updated it. It's actually a live stream tomorrow. So if y'all want to see in between watching the Royal Rumble and then the recap, somewhere in between that, you can go to Bar Wars and you can see me battling in Detroit real quick. Follow me as Dropout. Make sure we got the giveaway. Make sure y'all tune in for that. Oh, always.
These planes are crashing like a motherfucker right now.
Yeah, there was just another one today, so that's what's crazy. Philly, I'm walking, so I'll be good. You know, I'll walk everywhere. I'm about to walk. You know, I'm from Detroit. I'm from New York. We walk everywhere, bro. I'm about to hop on the train, just get off at the last line, and then I'll walk from there. New York shit. Peace out, y'all.
All right, Z.
Oh, I don't like that view. Let's get this thing back to normal. I had the highlights with Z going at John Cena, man.
Oh man, hey. I don't know. Y'all two got to fight, man. Y'all got to get y'all match in 2K. As you can see at the bottom scrolling, let me read it to you. WWE 2K25 giveaway. 5 will be given away during our Royal Rumble recap this Saturday. So if you don't understand what I just said, we got 5 copies of WWE 2K25 that we are giving away tomorrow night doing a Royal Rumble recap. Like this recap we're doing with SmackDown, doing one tomorrow night, immediately after Royal Rumble. And yeah, gotta be in the chat though. So if you're in the chat right now, you want to get on 2K, you want to play, you want to get a copy, be back here tomorrow and tell a friend and tell a friend. You know what I mean? Y'all might both can get one. Miss Awesome Saucy is an actual honor. I ain't know it's an official thing. So
yeah. So that's the thing. If you want to bring that in, you got the tribal chief versus the high chief. It works. I don't know if they really want to do that or not, but it's there.
I'm starting to get mixed feelings about Dwayne The Rock Johnson, bro.
Honestly, I'll never have a mixed feeling about him.
We're gonna have to deep dive. We're gonna deep dive that one day.
Okay. Nobody wants. Anyway, I'm tap in, tune in, definitely tune in tomorrow. Just remember, it's during the live. Don't expect. Oh, I can catch the recap later. You can, but you won't. That's not an
They gonna be
opportunity to
gone.
win.
We're gonna be out.
Yeah.
We sold out. Ain't got no more. Come back
Yes.
next year.
So make sure, make sure you're tapped in live when we go live for the recap post
I
Royal
think we
Rumble. It's
might
gonna be
be
crazy.
dropping. We might be doing. We're gonna be very, very active tomorrow on the channel, on the social medias,
Yeah.
on our personal pages. I mean, I got a lot going on tomorrow. Plus Royal Rumble. I got a couple of performances tomorrow. I'll be at Louisiana Retro Con, and I'll be at Pro Wrestling 225 Super Gold. Yep, right there. I'll be there too. And I'll be here for the Royal Rumble recap. So I got a lot of moving and shaking, a lot of traveling, a lot of miles to put on my body. After not feeling well this week, I don't know what's going on, but y'all be safe out there. Take your turmeric and ginger shots and your vitamins and water. Stay hydrated because I've been down all week. This is not the week for me to be down because I have that going on, plus some things I'm doing with NASCAR. So yeah, it's nasty out there.
Hosting Sean one. See you, salute, good brother. Uh, Chat Hella 95. Salute to you, good brother. CM Punk is winning the Rumble. We on the same page. Me, you, Archie, Ashley, and Gamage, right? Didn't you pick CM Punk as well?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm hyped. Like I'm
It's
hyped.
interesting.
All the
It's interesting. It's very interesting because we don't know, right? There's a lot of star power in both of these rumbles. Actually, they haven't mentioned the women's rumble a lot, but there's a lot of star power in the women's rumble as well. Plus, we're going to get some good, you know, surprises. I just hate when we don't get the feel good surprise. You know what I'm saying? Like I be wanting that.
yeah, I think it's hard to surprise one like you talked about this about the social media era. So it's very hard
But
to get a
still,
surprise.
bro, think about back in the old rumbles, we used to get a good 5, 6 random surprises. Now it's like
I
you
just hope
get
they're not
two.
corny, man.
You get two, it's like okay.
I just hope they're not. There's so much talent that I think we might only get two. To be honest, because when you look at NXT, who do you want to showcase? If you want to showcase some people, tomorrow's the day. TNA, you got a little deal. Bring us 2 or 3 superstars. By the time you talk about 2 or 3 superstars from TNA, 2 or 3 from NXT, that's 4 to 6, if not if they do more. And then the
But we
WWE
already
roster,
said them first 5 who announced for the Rumble declared the winner was coming from them. So we got 25 spots to play with, to be honest.
yeah, but that's not a lot when you talk about the amount of talent WWE has. You still got to get an Iron Man. You still got to have your guy with the most eliminations, your dominance. You still got to set up feuds. Sometimes they use the Royal Rumble to test to see if something is gonna be, could this make us some money? Which I hate. You judge on crowd.
Don't be testing nothing on me, Triple H. Just give me a good Rumble.
Well, here's the thing: you test it at a live audience in that building. We watched how bad Philly booed Roman Reigns.
We
And
watched.
everywhere
We
they booed
also
him
got a stare down with was it Gunther and Brock, and never got nothing from that.
and never got nothing from it. I also think that was also due to
Brock wanted that smoke.
yes, that's what we all wanted.
Brock wanted that smoke. He was excited, and then
Sasha Banks might come out. I doubt that, but don't forget, Zariah's contract ends in September. She's been talking to people lately, and if you ain't know, we got an interview with her right here on the Attitude Era podcast. But go ahead and hit that playlist for Attitude Era.
page for
Not
y'all
tag.
who don't know. Yeah, yeah. You got anything else, HP?
Nah, I'm good, man. Gamaj, what you got?
I'm good. If I gotta say one more thing about SmackDown, I don't want to knock the Miz versus Andrade match because they cooked.
I ain't know you didn't like John Cena.
Yo, I'm gonna ask this question. Do you think the age of wrestlers should matter if they don't look slow down in the ring? I bring this up because the Miz and Andrade, Rey Mysterio, right? You just haven't taken L's for the most part. No one expects him to do anything
I wish
spectacular.
Ray would slow down. Ray's still taking crazy spots and bumps. No, I'm saying I don't
Just
say I
like
wish he would get out the ring. I just wish he would slow
right,
down.
but I mean, Shawn Michaels wrestled to like 2010, 2011, right?
But here's the thing,
But he didn't win another major title until after 2002. Like he won some
but
tag
now
shit.
now that I work with wrestlers in a company, I've learned that some of them being taking bumps and spots, it helps them. Like you might have a bad back and think, well, bumping, well, no, that helps. So I don't know why Ray still. I know he did like stem cell surgery and stem cells, and Kevin Nash did the same thing. So, but it may be just something that helps them later in their careers. You know what I'm saying? You said they're not slowing down, but then you have people who like Randy who came back, say he's gonna give us 10 years, and he's been gone for 10 months. You lied
Yeah, I
to
ain't
me,
gonna lie.
Randy. 10. I'm gonna give it 10
No,
years.
Remember they showed Randy tonight though, and taking the neck break. I feel like Randy Orton could be the another insane pop. No one expects him to win the Royal Rumble though, so I just save it. If you're not expected to win the like, sometimes I feel like the surprise in the WWE Royal Rumble get dumb, y'all. I do. When you bring guys like, I don't
You
want to
know
say
the
nobody
boogie. You
specific.
know the boogeyman at 18 ain't winning.
Exactly, that's my point. Yes. So we're not like, why bring them back? Well, it brings a pop. It's the fan and that's cool. But then it makes it very gimmicky because right now WWE has a lot of fucking talent, and you just did TNA's roster. You damn near don't need no surprise unless you're talking about Biggie, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, The Rock. Um,
Sometimes you just want to
those
see Rob Van Dam do that frog splash, though. You know what I'm saying?
okay. I'm not. Yeah, but
I don't know if he's active in ring, but I wouldn't mind seeing X Pac.
bro, he probably in bad shape. He don't look like he's in bad shape, but physically, body wise,
I'm
a
saying
lot of times
X
them
Pac,
wrestlers, man.
man, just that because you won't hear or see that entrance anymore. Like just
But I don't
fortunate
want to
enough,
see it.
huh?
You have no shot. If that's the case, give me Oba Femi and have him stare down with Jacob Fatu. I'll go
I
with that.
think I'm saying this right now, and y'all might hate me for this. In about a year, we not gonna like what they doing with Obafemi.
I'm not going to dispute that. We've watched them mess up a lot of these African. These y'all remember Kamala? Y'all remember Omas? Right? Like we've messed this up before. I hope right now Oba is doing well in his trajectory.
I just have
But
always
you got to
got
send
that.
us to the right show.
I always got that Brodus Clay fear in the back of my head, bro.
If I see Oba start doing funny shit, I'm out. I'm
They
out.
tried to put him with Nikita Lyons that 1 week, and we ain't seen him for 2 weeks after that.
And
He
they,
lost his title.
but he popped up going a trick for the NXT, which doesn't even count as a world title. That's what they should send Ric Flair to. Go ahead and let John Cena rack up like 2 of them
Ric
wins because
Flair,
it doesn't count.
sent Ric Flair to NXT.
Yeah, go ahead. He said he want to have one more match.
He said he done, man. He said he
Let
ain't done.
Oba. Oh, he did say. Oh, you're right. You're
No,
right.
he said he was
How
done.
about?
Now, would it be
How about?
cool is if you hear his music hitting and he introduced Charlotte
No,
Flair?
absolutely not.
No, he brings
Oh, and the
Charlotte out.
companies. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm cool with that. Yeah, I don't want to see Ric Flair coming in with all that church arm skin under there, brother. You're old. It's done.
Bronson Reed said he was gonna hit him with a tsunami.
Yo, that's the energy I need, brother. That's the energy I need.
That's who I feel bad for, because that would have been your probably Iron Man and most eliminations right there.
Bronson Reed, he'd have
Bronson Reed.
definitely been your most eliminations. The problem is you got two people. Him and Bronson Reed him and Jacob Fatu took the same path for different shows.
I
The
don't know
problem is
how
when you have
bright. I don't know how bright you want to put that light on Jacob right now if you're not gonna pull the trigger on him. The light is bright on Jacob Fatu.
I think the light overwhelms people to get them to pull the trigger, like they did with Daniel Bryan. Remember, they're trying not to do Daniel Bryan. They had a big thing for Batista. We're gonna do this, and crowd was just not taking that. Like, you risk
And
ticket sales at that
WWE has let us know that they will never let another superstar become bigger than the brand and the decisions, because it will leave them in a bad spot like The Rock did when he went to Hollywood.
I don't think they can control that, but I think they control it for most. I say that because they're gonna try to, like Damian Priest not getting that Marvel role, and he said people pulled him from that because that's something that could push you to the next stratosphere. Jacob was just organic. You from the day he got a chance to speak, they gave him 4 words. I love you, Solo.
Yeah,
And the way
Damian
he
Priest
dressed
would
it
have
up, the
been
way his
out of here. Damian Priest would have been out of here.
yeah, if he would have got that Aquaman, out of here, gone, next stratosphere, brother.
He would have been Kane.
But WWE put a stop to that. So I think they can control certain things with certain people, but when you got this organic white flaming torch, oh, you can't stop that. It was about to happen for Bronson Reed too. Bronson Reed just didn't have the promo skills of Jacob Fatu.
It's been stopped several times, honestly.
But Jacob Fatu, I think the trigger will get pulled soon. They're just looking for the right spots.
I always think about Enzo and Cass, man. That has to be studied at some point.
No, that's their fault.
I watched Enzo cut a promo without a mic in the crowd.
But Cass, was it Cass? Cass fucked up. Cass went off script and beat up a midget or a smaller person, whatever the word is.
Hey,
And they told him
sometimes you
not to
got.
do it.
Hey,
Oh man, Zell, you funny, man. Not you're funny, but like Ty Sanat and ISO Speed are going to be in the building tomorrow. I hope to God they do not take up 2 spots in the Rumble. That is not what I want to see. You have too much talent to be bringing in. You can bring them in for eliminations. They can jump the barriers, do some
ISO
wild
Speed
shit.
might get in the Royal Rumble match because that dude is as
He's crazy.
athletic as he's a super athlete, bro. He's a that
See, remember Randy Orton kicked his ass when he came out in that Prime bottle? He's like, and Randy
yeah.
was
ISO Speed probably could have done anything. He's one of them people who could have done anything, but he's where he's at. Bro, I forgot about that. I don't want too many. Yeah.
Yeah. They asked him to be in the building. I don't mind if they're getting involved in
We
the Rumble. I
already
just don't want them.
got Logan Paul gonna be in there, so.
But at least he's in WWE contractually. As much as I hate him, he puts on good matches when he
Hey,
does have matches.
I'm pretty sure
They're all good.
Speed. They it's some contracts involved. These
No.
ain't just.
ISO Speed is too small. I
These
didn't
aren't.
realize how small those.
These aren't
Huh?
people you just put on TV without it being contracts. There's some money involved.
Oh, absolutely. Even and the fact that Triple H told ISO Speed, you can stream even when I'm in gorilla position. I mean, just that he'll hear things that we should not hear. I don't know if y'all noticed this. They go when superstars are under the ring, like CM Punk when he was doing his thing with Drew. He streamed on Twitter Live because I was in it and I saw that screen recording, and my comments were going on the screen. I'm like, damn, he's under the ring live as he's waiting to come out. Hearing like WWE is taking shit in a new direction. We can't use the old method because WWE is always trying to be innovative enough to create new methods. You see
Yeah,
what I'm
but
saying?
in creating those new methods, man, you still have to protect. Still have to
No,
protect
fuck
the. Do you really
the
want to know how
character,
the hot dogs made?
bro. They don't care at this point. They're already made. They got the deal.
And that's
So
bad.
now I can have you. It's not in 2025. It's not. No one
To
cares that
me,
the Undertaker walked out with face paint, not face paint, but the powder on his face and Undertaker suits at every event he went to. No one cares.
I care.
Those days are dead, bro. Those days are dead.
I'm a
Them
dinosaur
them
now.
Wyatt six taking them Whataburger picks don't even matter. That
Oh,
Whataburger
I
pick
six
didn't
are
kill him.
done. They
The
they
what?
done.
But what I'm saying is the Whataburger pick didn't kill him. WWE did. You didn't book these motherfuckers. You had nothing for them.
It didn't help.
And Karrion Kross is taking off. Karrion Kross is someone you should watch tomorrow night. His ascension will rise. So eventually get to a mid-tier title. He might look to get offload Final Testament and just be this. I seen this on Mr. Sinister style character. He's going to slowly start getting over because his promo work, his leg,
He
his
was
off
over.
camera.
He was over before WWE. He was over NXT. Somehow main roster, it just didn't click right away for him.
I think you put him with a group to think. You pull the G Unit shit. 50 Cent got hot. Give him game. You can't just do that with everybody. You can't just give people who aren't hot and then expect it all to work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Karrion Kross made his own lane and he had it. Now it's starting to pick up again. I'm not saying you got to get rid of Final Testament, but it might be something to consider.
I told him swap him out for the War Raiders. Easy, done.
It wouldn't be bad.
And keep Paul
It wouldn't be
Ellering.
bad. Nah, I'll get rid of Paul. Paul at this point is you're just a guy, a manager who's on a losing team now. You don't have the effect you used to. You used to be the Road Warriors manager, so they brought you in to give that effect, but it doesn't work in today. But half these kids don't even never watch a Legion of Doom match before we even talk about Road Warriors. I don't think Paul Ellering works in 2025. I just don't think he does. And managers that don't talk suck. What's the point of having you here? Paul
Hey,
Heyman has put you guys out of business. You
I
non
know he.
talking ass
I
managers.
know when he do talk, when that check hit, and he say thank you.
Facts. But Paul Heyman he's created the lane for what a manager needs to be. I mean,
Paul Heyman said Heyman is one of one. He set the bar like
he's one of one. He's a one of one. He is magnificent. What he did for Roman Reigns is unprecedented.
he saved Roman Reigns' career. He saved CM Punk's career. They was gonna fire CM Punk.
They was about to get rid of him.
Yeah. So Paul Heyman
And Brock Lesnar. He amped Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was already good, but
that's
he
who
took Brock Lesnar to levels unprecedented for him.
that's who's gonna have one hell of a Hall of Fame speech.
They already Brock Lesnar?
Heyman's in already.
He's in
Yeah,
already.
he's
That's what I'm
already
He
in.
saying.
went in last year. I'm
Yeah,
bugging. Yeah, he
yeah.
had the hat.
I feel like they shouldn't have did that though. I get it. You want to give people their flowers while they're alive. I can't knock that.
Yeah,
But Paul
because I was thinking
Heyman
about
should
Triple H. Yeah, do y'all think
Paul
Triple H
Heyman
should?
should fucking hit him.
You think Triple H should be by himself?
Fuck no.
How Undertaker was?
No. No. And I think the Undertaker, okay, I said that with way too much disrespect. Paul Levesque, aka Triple H, should and could do it by himself. To be honest with you. To think about where his career started, his adversities, whether he was fucking the daughter or not. Well, we all know he was. He
Hey,
was chosen by her.
hey, timestamp. You gotta mute that. I always talk about Randy Orton being a
I'm
wild
Vince
card.
McMahon.
I always talk about Randy being a wild card, right? Do you have Triple H's solo career above Randy Orton's solo career?
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say yes. It's close.
I
I don't want
don't.
to say
I got
unfortunately.
Randy's solo career better than Triple H's solo
I'm not
career.
mad at you, but Triple H was carrying the company and still wasn't the guy. And the time of John Cena was no matter what he could do no wrong. The other
Because Randy
companies,
has
the
more
Raw,
championships than Triple H, I believe. Like Randy's up there.
yeah, Randy does. No, I
So
think they're tied. I think they're both at 14 because Triple H is 14 time, and
I think Randy's right there, but I think Randy's always that wild card for me.
Triple H has more top tier work, and he helped to revolutionize. Like Triple H is a part of DX.
That's why I said solo career.
Yeah, but I
Because
mean,
he's in with DX. And they're all gonna go in as Evolution.
Evolution wasn't as good as it could have been, though. I feel like Evolution will get
Neither
credit to
was
the WWE.
Legacy. Nah. It was big names. Ric Flair, but you know what I'm saying? Batista, Triple H, Randy Orton, like
I rank. All right, let me put some of these on comments. Devon Baxter. Obviously I agree with you because I just said that, but Zell, why is The Rock not in WWE Hall of Fame before Triple H? That shit got crickets, but not in a negative way.
no,
Got
Rock should
crickets.
have
I
been in
can't.
years ago. Rock should have been in years ago.
Here's what
But
I
I
think.
think he is going to benefit from them doing a one headliner kind of deal because Rock gonna talk for 2 hours.
Yeah, facts. Grimaz, what's your thoughts on this?
Solo career wise, I might edge Orton.
Okay, so we got Orton. Okay, cool. What about The Rock getting in before Triple H?
I think some people want to just wait and have that moment when they're ready, kind of. I think, and maybe The Rock still views himself as an active member of the roster, but hell, Rey Mysterio's in the Hall of Fame. He's still wrestling.
Here's my 2 cents, bro.
Because I
And
always
this
thought
is
that wasn't a thing. You have to be out of wrestling so long, but now it's like, yo, Ray.
and here's my 2 cents because you just said that, and I 100% agree with that. Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, and there's some others, but we're gonna talk about Sid specific. Is not in the Hall of Fame. People done died and had their career ended for multiple years. They're multiple time champions in a time where the championship belt doesn't rotate on a weekly. You're not just dropping on the Monday Night Raw and then someone else wins it on the Monday Night Raw and then someone wins it at the pay per view. They weren't doing so. That's how you get to these 14 time champions, right? Because you think about Flair being 16. Who else was in that category at that time? Hogan was a 5 time WWE champion at that time. Brett didn't even get to 5 times. Booker T wasn't even a world champion. He was still a tag team wrestler at that time, right? So errors make a difference. That being said, Sid was one of their most over people. He's had world championships where he lost to CB. We ain't gonna say his name. He's the one of the few guys who have beaten Bret Hart for a world title and Shawn Michaels, which are two like goaded individuals. And we're watching people who just wrapped up their career go in when people who have been out and were a part of the business in major ways. If you tell me Sid wasn't, that means you just tell me you don't know much about wrestling. You know what I mean? Like Lord Humongous. That's who he started off as. He was with Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman was his fucking manager as Paulie Dangerously at one point. So
Mhm.
I'm tired of this. Like, let's just honor the new people and the people who are still tied to the company directly. Not saying they're not deserving. And I feel like you gotta start getting you gotta treat the Hall of Fame like it's a Hall of Fame. Where's
Hell,
the honor in
King
time?
Kong Bundy. You talk about Sid, King Kong Bundy, Lex Luger,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
Sable. Why is Sable not in the Hall of Fame?
I don't want to hear about relationships. Oh, well, they didn't have. I don't want to hear that because then it makes it to where your Hall of Fame is not legitimate. Then,
And you know who I'm always gonna say? China.
absolutely,
Here's a question that we could end on this. I know the answer is probably no.
1939.
No, from
This
me,
man
and
is
the
way
chat.
older than me. What's going on with this?
Personal stuff aside, does Vince McMahon belong in the WWE Hall of Fame?
Fuck no. You can't. You can't. You can't. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yes. Personal stuff aside, separate the art from. But you're not gonna put this man
Nah,
in.
no. That's why
And
I lost the poll last week
yeah,
because y'all
I
hated
can't.
on me picking Hulk Hogan.
Dimash, what's up, man? What you think?
Personal aside for Vince, yes.
Vince started a new company too, and Velveteen Dream. We was rooting for you, bro. What's up with that T-shirt? You see this T-shirt?
Yeah.
That's
Guilty by association.
everybody mugshot on. I didn't even know Roman Reigns had a mugshot.
And you got Trump on that motherfucker too. He want to go for the ultimate heel. So
Everybody with a mugshot in WWE, I think he just put on a shirt.
yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. But Vince going in the Hall of Fame is not gonna happen. I feel like if you're not gonna put China in because of X, Y, and Z, Vince falls right in that category.
Yeah, you can't put Vince in. Absolutely, you can't. You cannot.
You cannot. The company's not owned by him anymore. The problem is, if you want to talk about real accolade, like this guy
Vince
is
is probably
Godfather.
he's probably
He's
upset
professional wrestling.
about a lot of this stuff. Like you say, the business changed. Like Vince didn't want no logos in the ring. Vince, you know what I'm saying? Vince is certain. Vince is the purest like that. Jim Cornette's not in the Hall of Fame, right?
I don't think so. I
That's
don't remember
that's a
Jim Cornette
crime.
going in.
Jim Cornette should be in him and Midnight Express.
This is why I don't want to say it doesn't. They're not relevant, right? Because there's so many well-deserving
Jericho said
people.
he don't care if he get in because it's not a real place.
Right. And it isn't. And that's the problem too.
Yeah, but
WWE.
when you say I'm a WWE Hall of Famer, guess what? The price go up. Remember, Sid said we could have still done business and made money. Why wouldn't you have done that?
Yeah. Yes, he did say that in the Attitude Era podcast interview. So
Yeah,
tap
so
in. Yeah,
fellas, I
Jim
gotta
Cornette
get
is
up
not.
out of here. I got a busy day tomorrow of traveling and rapping and performing and wrestling and recapping but I'm gonna get through it.
Yeah, brother, be safe, brother. Get all your sleep. I'm about to go eat this Chinese food and drink this Terramana. You know what I mean?
Okay, what you about to do, Gamaj? I saw what you was doing in Vegas. I know what. Don't answer that. I saw what you was doing.
That's the rocks drink, y'all. We got the anejo, the good. That's you know what I'm saying. When you saw him and Cody, what color was the bottle? 'Cause if you see people with the clear, I'm not knocking it, but
I couldn't
what
tell you
color?
the difference. So, but this is Attitude Era Podcast. One more time before we go. If you were still in the chat, you here for the recap, right? We are doing a recap of the Royal Rumble, and we're giving away 5 copies of WWE 2K25. So you got what? 20%, that 20% chance to win one. Is that right?
We got 100 people in chat right now. 5
So all
people.
100
That's a
of
five
y'all
percent
come back
chance.
tomorrow, huh?
It's actually only a 5% chance. We got 100 people and 5
Oh, I
people.
was talking about in general because 20 is 20 is, you know what I'm saying? 5 and going. You know what I'm doing. The math is right. I just can't explain myself because I'm just getting back to being me,
You know,
people.
my analytic brain wasn't gonna let that slide.
Because it's 2, 4, 6,
It's
8,
like
10, right? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's not 20. 5 is,
1 out of every 20 people, we're giving away a copy, right? That's about maths. That's if our numbers are the same today or tomorrow as they are today. Today we got 100 people in chat.
shout out
I
to
hope for
all
more
100
tomorrow.
of y'all. Hope this week was good to you and good for you. Royal Rumble is tomorrow. Tap back in. Follow all social medias because we're real active tomorrow. But if you don't, that's cool. But make sure you subscribe to the YouTube, hit the notification button. We will see y'all here tomorrow night during the main event of the Royal Rumble. So,
Oh, are we really gonna be doing the main event?
I
You think
mean,
so? I don't know. I think so. I think so. Fuck it.
what's the main event? Main, I think when they get down to the final 4, we pop in.
Okay. All right.
You
Fuck
think
it.
we
I bet.
final 4 we pop in? That way we can, talk some good talk and watch it live. Watch it with the folks live right here on Attitude Era Podcast. That is
Yeah, yeah.
the
Let's do that.
Haitian Nightmare, Mr. AVN Award winner. Come on. King HP. And after the Rumble Sunday, man, King HP is doing some good work on his channel, Hall Preezy Universe. Check him out. He talks movies, TV shows, and he got a real big interview coming up over there. Got to tune in to find out. So shout out to him and D doing some good work over there, Hall Preezy. And if you in or around Louisiana, I'm on my way, baby.
Pro
Tomorrow
Wrestling
I got a couple
225,
events
baby.
popping up. slide by the Instagram to check out where I'm gonna be. But you know what? If you can't catch us any of those places, we'll be back here tomorrow night for the Royal Rumble recap. I'm the Archie Carter, and we will see y'all tomorrow. All right, peace.